ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವವರೇ
Station, Netaji Bhavan. Hereby
Well, in the eliminator, it was Mumbai who chose to bat first, and what a mammoth batting effort they've had. They've reached 228 at the end of their 20 overs. Rohit Sharma, the leader of the pack, got 81 of 50. Him and Johnny Bairstow, great opening partnership at a good clip. Johnny Bairstow playing his first game, taking the place of Ryan Rickleton, got 47 of 22. Suryakumar Yadav and Tilak Verma with some fireworks. Hardik with a bit in the end. Naman Dheer as well. Everyone contributing to get Mumbai to this really big score in the eliminator against Gujarat. You're watching Voltas Presents Cricbuzz Live. I'm Gaurav Kapur, with me Zaheer Khan and Joy Bhattacharjya. Joy, Mumbai will be very joyous after this effort, because that was quite a mammoth batting effort and a team batting effort.
Absolutely. Team batting effort. And I think the things that they'll look at, the tick marks that they'll get today, one is Rohit back in form. Yeah. Huge factor for them, okay? Johnny Bairstow comes in, immediately proves how effective he is up front. 47 of 22, the early aggressor. Suryakumar Yadav, again, the 15th straight 25 plus innings, okay? Tilak Verma in form, very important for them. Hardik, Pandya finishing at the end. So if you look at it that way, this is almost all of Mumbai's batting issues that you think about. Rohit not in form, this thing, how will Bairstow
Tilak not getting runs.
Tilak not getting runs. All of them they've proved today, okay, we can do it. And Hardik finishing. Three massive sixes in the last over. Hardik's also there.
Yeah, it was like they literally took a checklist of all the things that they thought were issues and decided in the first playoff that they are playing, let's just tick all of them, and that's what they did. But let's start with Rohit, because what an innings that was.
Well, in any big game, the start is so important, isn't it? To set the tone right, and that opening partnership, Rohit's contribution, Bairstow's power at the top was something which is a standout for MI today. There's no doubt about that. That big power play, 79 runs of 6, setting the tone for this big match for them. And GT's fielding, I think, that's something which will be talked about. Yeah. When we're talking about setting the tone, Gujarat Titans were not able to set the tone with a good fielding effort. They created opportunities, but couldn't really close them.
Yeah, because Rohit Sharma was dropped twice. That was within the first 2-3 overs. He was dropped twice. And he had nothing on the board at that time. Gerald Coetzee, that catch, deep mid-wicket, I think he was at. It was a fairly straightforward catch by his standards. But Kushal Mendes will really be feeling like he should have taken that one.
Yeah, I think he dropped 2. I think he dropped the second one.
Surya as well, yeah.
He dropped 2, dropped Surya as well.
Yeah, so I mean, it just hasn't been working for them at all. And I think these are not difficult catches. And Coetzee also, it went straight to hand. And even fairly, he had to reach out and dive in the air, but it's fairly regulation for international keeper of quality that these are catches you should be taking.
Yeah.
And this is the 25th, 26th and 27th catches dropped by Gujarat this season. It's a maximum among all teams, and that's something that they'll be really worried about.
Well, listen, that's almost 2 per game.
Yeah,
right?
27 in 15 matches.
Yeah, so you almost come 2 per game. And maybe they're feeling the pressure as well, because you remember they played Mumbai at Wankhede. There was a few catches that went down there as well, right? So maybe playing a big team, maybe it's also a little weird seeing your captaining somebody else. It could be a variety of reasons. But again, the good players will ride their luck and ensure that they get max bang for buck, and that's what Rohit did. Rohit's not telling you to drop his catches. You drop his catches, you give him lives, he's going to make you pay.
And big games are pressure games. The pressure seems to be mounting with every drop catch, and you could see the shoulders dropping, you could see the energy in the field going down, and those are the things happen in team environment. So you don't really have control over it once you are in the match time. And that's why to nail these moments, it's so important. MI was up for it with the bat, winning the toss, batting first. This is the kind of effort you want from the batting unit. They delivered. For Gujarat Titans, it's going to be a very tough chase because they've been top heavy, top dependent. So one of them is not present in this game. The keeper who is filling in Butler's shoes is basically dropping few catches is not going to help his confidence going into bat. So a lot of work left for Shubman and Sai Sudarshan in that scenario to bail the team out of this situation.
They will have to do the bulk of the lifting. All the heavy lifting will be theirs. Kushal Mendes, I don't know if he'll be able to fill the shoes of Jos Butler. He couldn't fill the gloves. That was a tough one. That he could not do today because Butler's been so good at the back end. A lot of pressure was released on Mumbai and kind of on Gujarat now. There's a big score to get in an eliminator, especially when you're missing Jos Butler. It's a great point Zach makes. It's just, is it just too much for just two guys?
It looks a bit much. And also, I think they had managed to sort of claw back a bit towards the end. They were not getting that many runs. They were about 43, 44 runs scored in the first 4 overs of the power play. The 19th over went for 8 runs. There were 3 dot balls in a row. The last 2 of the 19th and the first ball, the 20th. And then in the next 5 balls, 3 sixes from Hardik Pandya, and the complete momentum changes again.
Yes.
So from 210, 11, we're talking about 215. Suddenly it's 228. And those extra 10, 15 runs make a huge difference in the end.
Yeah, they had a really good power play. They had a 79-run power play without losing a wicket. And then what we're talking about, obviously when you score 228, you're going to have a good clip. But they managed to slow Mumbai down from 7 to 10, right, comparatively. And that's because Rashid bowled a good over. He bowled 2 good overs in that time, which were tight. He only went for 14 runs. And then we bring back that progression again, you see. So they've been slow at that point. Then after that, 9.4, you'll take it 11 to 15. But this is what has happened. That last over has given so much credibility to their death overs.
When you have a start like that, 79 runs in the power play, you're already behind in the game. You've not managed to take the wickets as well. There have been few catches dropped. You're looking at any runs you scored, that many less to get. That kind of a mindset right away. You're just trying to pull things back. They managed to do that to a certain extent. And looking at the start, looking at how the game was unfolding, maybe anything around 200, 210 or 215. That was the limit, I think, and that's what Joyda is talking about. That 13, 15 runs extra is going to add that much more pressure on you when you go into bat, because then there is hardly any time to absorb pressure.
Yeah.
You got to better their power play and then continue with that kind of momentum, and take Bumrah's overs also into consideration, who has been in terrific form.
Yeah.
So that puts you way behind in the game right away. So there's going to be a lot of pressure, and someone will have to really bat. Gujarat Titans batters will have to bat out of their skins to get the total.
Problem is that only 2 of their batters out of the lineup that's there today have actually been batting out of their skins. Shafin Rutherford had a few innings up front, nothing that you can remember. Shahrukh has had 150. Rahul Tewatia's, good for a few cameos. So Washington Sundar is coming.
Tewatia has averaged about 3.5 to 4 balls per innings over this period.
Oh.
So, think about it. This guy has not played in these 15 matches. He's not played 60 balls yet.
Wow.
And that's a huge number, because if you look at it, then you'll realize that, it's a serious issue.
Yeah, there you go. That's between Shahrukh and Tewatia. Does this mean that the Mumbai bowling attack is looking at this opening combination of Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill, and they are saying, if we break this game is pretty much ours?
That's how they're going to think. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be attack at the top, think wickets at the top. Maybe Bumrah will be used in the power play up front to give him also the best chance of taking that first wicket. And if they're able to do that, it's going to be a very uphill task for Gujarat.
There's also no Deepak Chahar today, so would you just give the new ball to Bolt and Bumrah?
It's a possibility, and that's the way they should approach it. You don't want to let the game unfold or leave it too late. You have to secure it, because Gujarat Titans will be under pressure of scoring those runs in the power play. When there is field restriction, you can't use Bumrah defensively to close the power play. You should be just thinking of using Bumrah in the most attacking manner, aggressive manner, to get that one breakthrough. If you are able to do that, then suddenly there'll be a lot of pressure on Gujarat Titans.
It's such a good point, right? Because what happens with when you look at that bowling attack, when you look at that Mumbai bowling attack, and when you juxtapose it with Gujarat's batting. Now, when Zach says that Gujarat's batting has to score more than Mumbai did in the power play, Mumbai had a 79th for no-loss power play. How do you better that? Because you try to better that, you end up losing 2 wickets, right? And then you're only getting to 50. If you get to 60 for no loss, that's no good because then you leave 160 to get in the 14. This mountain for an eliminator is looking very steep for Gujarat.
It's looking very steep. I'll be really interested in knowing one more thing. Deepak Chahar, is he injured or is it a decision that if he's got a hammy? Okay, that's the reason why they've not taken. But this may just work for them because see, Bumrah takes a new ball. Gleeson can bowl in the middle as well. Gleeson bowls in England, doesn't take the new ball in England. So if Gleeson bowls in the middle, then Bumrah can also come and bowl up front. And I completely agree with him. Take that 1 wicket. That's all you have to do. Take that 1 wicket. One of those top 2 you've done your job.
Yeah, you get them on the back foot immediately because this chase will have to be mounted on the shoulders of Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill, who between them have close 1,350 runs between them.
Also, I was thinking today, Zach, do you think they missed Arshad Khan? Just a left-arm alternative.
Well, when you looked at that playing 11, you quickly glance through and you think that okay, now Arshad has been playing a role for them, bowling with that new ball. Today it was a different kind of a stack up of bowlers. Yes, the stability is something which you would like to see going in the playoffs, and maybe their injury concern or something like that. We don't know. The communication has not done on that front. But if they've left him out, then definitely a tactical error. If it's an injury forced change,
then you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, but they haven't had a good day bowling. When you look at their bowling analysis, you see that hardly anybody has come out of that unscathed. Everybody's gone for runs. I mean, Rashid today, actually, I mean, if you look at it in isolation, you go, oh, that's an ordinary day for Rashid. But the way this season has gone, that's actually been a better day in comparison to the others. Washi just bowled the 1 over, but everybody else was expensive. Gerald Coetzee also had a catch dropped of his bowling. That was Surya at that time. Sai Kishore got 2 wickets, but he was expensive. Prasidh Krishna has gone for 50. That first over in the power play that he bowled, his first over, Johnny Bairstow just completely took him apart. So, yeah, it's slim picking, Zach, today for GT. That's not a card that the bowlers want to see again.
I think, when you're looking at that bowling card in a game like this, it's very hard to pick exactly, who's the guy who's been keeping them in the game.
Yeah.
And maybe Sai Kishore was that bowler who managed to secure those wickets, got Johnny Bairstow's wicket, gave them that chance of coming back in the game.
Yeah.
Then got Surya as well out later. So I think those couple of wickets, Sai Kishore did that job in the middle when the tempo was already set for MI, keeping GT in the game of the total which we are talking about. Anything around 200, they would have taken from the kind of start which MI got.
Yeah. In fact, for me, the only time when I thought there was a really, period of play which was interesting was when Sai Kishore was bowling to Suryakumar. And just that game between trying to, he was sweeping him all the time. And he got a lot of runs, but he finally got him in the end. He got him caught, sweeping again. And it was a very tactical battle. So I think only Sai Kishore was somebody who managed to bowl to his field and managed to get something out of it. I mean, Coetzee had a very unforgettable day. I mean, 3 overs for 51 runs.
Yeah.
He just went all over the place. And see, that's the other thing. Coetzee, when he's used best as South Africa, they like to use him in the middle. Not towards the end. They mainly bowl him in that, 10, 12, 14, 16. He's also not a great death bowler, but he comes in the 7th over, charges in and really gives you some energy in the middle. Like how Lockie Ferguson has been used very often.
Yeah.
And I think that's the one thing that, they don't have a designated, I thought Prasidh Krishna bowled well at the end, but Coetzee bowling at the end has not worked for them.
Yeah, and today, it's not much has actually worked for Gujarat today, including their catching and their bowling, and everything has worked for Mumbai because they've put 228 on the board in an eliminate and a high pressure game, in a game that looks like, advantage to them right now with their batting effort. And if you had listened to somebody very wise last night who had said the player to watch out for is Rohit, and if you had picked him in your Cricbuzz 11 team, you would have got the max points. Yeah, I tell them, Joy, you know what the problem is?
Yeah.
When
you're so good looking.
When you're as pretty as this.
Yes, exactly.
No one takes your wisdom seriously.
Yeah.
But you can take my wisdom seriously now. Download the Cricbuzz 11 app on the App Store and you can win a 4 crore. You can take part in a grand prize of 4 crores and a first prize of 1 crore. So you can do that. All right. Power play. What's it going to be?
67.
57. Interesting. What do you see?
55.
55. So I'm going to come smack in the middle of that. 62. 62 is what I'm saying. You know what's going to happen? Either they're going to be 50 for 2 or they'll be 75 for 1. 75 for no loss, right?
You eyeball or low ball, yeah.
Yeah. But we've gone right in the middle. I've gone right in the middle, actually. 62. 55, 62, 67. Those are our score guesses for the power play. Well, Gujarat will really have to play out of their skins, bat out of their skins, if they want to make it to the next game, which is against Punjab in their home ground. It's happening in Ahmedabad, so they will definitely back themselves in that game. But for that, they have to first climb this very tall mountain, and I don't think the Mumbai bowlers will be in any mood to let them climb it. The one thing we do know right now, Zach, and you can add on that before we leave, is that there's a lot of dew that's being built up in Chandigarh. So just a little bit of advantage perhaps for the batting team.
You can say that, but it's still enough runs on board, I feel. You know?
Yeah.
They've done their job with the bat. You can't expect more than this.
Yeah.
It's just about, bowlers going out there and doing their job to secure the victory.
Yeah, actually, it's such a good point. The bowlers just have to do their job. And for Gujarat, the batters have to play out of their skin. So that tells you where the advantage is at this point in time. If they do get this done, then it's going to be one hell of a second half. But we're going to come back here at the end of the 10th over and talk about how the chase is going on Cricbuzz Combox. So do join us then. I want to thank Joy Bhattacharjya and Zaheer Khan. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Big thank you to you too. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Voltas presents Cricbuzz Live. We'll see you in a bit.
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವವರೇ
Hyderabad Bumrah Express Railway Station Netaji Bhavan. Cricbuzz.